Joseph is a huge picture and a type of Jesus Christ. Joseph, Yosef, if you're in Israel, right? Watch this. This is a wall painting, by the way, that they found in Saqqara, Egypt, very well preserved. And they say that this yellow pigment, this speaks of the Hebrew people, the Semitic people. And they believe that this could be Joseph's brothers and his family coming back to him with new clothing. See the new clothing they're wearing? And here you can see somebody bound right there on the wall, this wall painting. Remember, Joseph's family came back with new clothing when they realized he was alive and he saved them all. Well, look at this. This is a close-up of that. There's that bound, somebody bound right there. And then these are two Egyptian officials handing a document to an oversized official over here. You can't see it in this picture, but that oversized official could be a picture of Joseph on that wall painting. It's amazing. It was in Saqqara, Egypt. Check it out sometime if you get a chance. But right here, you can see somebody bound. Was this Joseph or perhaps their brother Simeon as they were returning? Or maybe it was just a picture of Joseph's story as he was bound and he was sent down to the place of the condemned, right? So there's a close-up of it right there. And here's another picture of it. Perhaps that is Joseph. We don't know for sure, but it would be interesting if it was. But Joseph, let's look at his story right now, the big picture of his story. Check this out. He was the father's most favored son, was he not? He was. He was sent out from Hebron. Hebron means alliance or fellowship. Remember, Jesus left the fellowship with his Father to come down to this earth to rescue us. That's what happened. And we see that in Joseph's story. He was despised and rejected by his own. Remember, his own brothers hated him. They couldn't speak peacefully to him. That's what the scriptures say. And they conspired to murder him, to kill him. That's what they did when they saw him from far away as he came closer in Dothan, which means laws and customs. Remember, the religious leaders were really into the laws and the customs. That's where Joseph found them, at Dothan. And then what happens? Judah came up with a plan to sell him for pieces of silver. That's what happened to Joseph. And it was a price of a slave. Did you know that the 30 pieces of silver in Jesus's time was also a price for a slave? Yeah, that's amazing. So here we see Joseph was sold for pieces of silver. And by the way, it was his brother Judah who came up with this plan to sell him for pieces of silver. Well, the name Judas derives from that name Judah. Wow. So it keeps going. It's even better. Watch this. It grows. This is amazing. Here we go. So he was sold for pieces of silver, and he was handed over to the Gentiles. Remember, Joseph was handed to the Ishmaelites as they were coming down and going to Egypt, and they sent him away. And here you can see the picture of Jesus with Pontius Pilate as he was sold for pieces of silver, and they rejected him and handed him over to the Gentiles. Then he was sent down later. He was falsely accused, Joseph, and he was sent down to the place of the condemned. Remember Potiphar, his master, who's a picture of Pontius Pilate, sent him down to the place of the condemned. And it was there in Joseph's story that he told two, remember the baker and the cupbearer? He told the fate of the two that were condemned with him.